Let's be honest, something felt a little too perfect about that ending. Alan Carr, the nation's cheeky comic, the lovable talk show host, walks away from the Traitors finale with 87,000 for charity, crocodile tears, and the biggest grin in reality TV history. But as viewers across the UK gasped, cheered, and then rushed to social media, one question cut through the noise louder than ever. Was the Traitors fixed? Before we dig in, don't forget to subscribe if you love deep dives into the stories everyone's talking about. The ones that make you question what's real and what's just good television. Because this one feels a bit too scripted. The Celebrity Traitors finale was everything we expect from the BBC's most cunning reality show. Dramatic twists, betrayal, and that iconic whisper from Claudia Winkleman as she leaned into the firelight. But even before the final episode aired, the fandom was divided. Many predicted Alan Carr would win weeks ago. He was the bookies' favorite, the public darling, and, let's face it, the last person you'd expect to be a traitor, which of course made him the perfect one. But that's also the problem, isn't it? Because when the person who looks the least suspicious wins, we call it brilliant television. But when the clues start piling up that maybe, just maybe, the producers wanted that outcome, we call it something else. Let's start with the basics. Alan Carr was handpicked as a traitor by Claudia Winkleman herself, not through random selection, not by a spin of fate, but by direct choice. And that decision alone gave him a narrative arc that any producer would dream of. The nation's sweetheart turned secret villain. The funny man becomes the puppet master, and in the end, he outsmarts everyone. Even before the show's halfway point, fans on X, formerly Twitter, were saying it outright, Alan's going to win. It's too obvious. Watch, he'll never get caught. He's the BBC's golden boy, and there's no way they'll let him lose on national television. And then, that's exactly what happened. Alan Carr, the unlikely traitor, sailed through every round table, carried out 2 murders in plain sight, even killed his best pal Paloma Faith. And still, somehow, no one caught him. Now, that is either the performance of a lifetime or a storyline built to perfection. Let's talk about those tears. When Alan finally won, he broke down in front of Claudia Winkleman, sobbing that it had been tearing him apart to keep his identity secret. But fans didn't buy it for a second. The same Alan who had spent the entire series giggling his way through murders and gleefully plotting against his friends suddenly wanted us to believe he was overcome with guilt. Social media lit up instantly. One user wrote, "Alan's breakdown was so fake. He loved every second of it." Another added, "He's laughing inside." Those tears? Straight from drama school. Of course, this is Alan Carr we're talking about, a seasoned performer with years of stage experience. He knows how to hold a room, he knows how to make us feel, and most importantly, he knows how to deliver a finale. Which brings us back to the real question. Was this entertainment or manipulation? Because if you look closely, the signs were there all along. Alan's edit throughout the season was polished, almost too clean. He was mischievous, funny, charming, never truly threatening. Even when he betrayed allies or voted out close friends, the tone stayed lighthearted. Compare that to other contestants who were made to look paranoid, awkward, or even cruel. Alan? He came out looking like the nation's favorite mischief maker. And let's not forget the show's history. The Traitors has always thrived on shock endings, unexpected betrayals, tearful confessions, moments that make Twitter explode. But this season, it didn't just feel shocking, it felt predictable. In the final episode, we watched as Alan faced off against the faithful, historian David Olusoga and comedian Nick Mohammed. At this point, most viewers assumed Alan's number was finally up. He'd played a bold game. Surely the faithful would see through him now, but somehow they didn't. David, one of the sharpest minds on TV, said he'd never believed Alan was a traitor. Nick agreed, ending the game there and then. Cue the reveal. Cue Alan's trembling hands. Cue the fake tears. And just like that, the nation's most obvious traitor walked away with nearly 90,000 pounds and a round of applause. Now, to be fair, that's what The Traitors does best. It makes us believe the unbelievable. It blurs the line between truth and performance. That's why we love it. But it's also why fans are asking if it's time to be more transparent. Because when viewers start predicting the winner halfway through the series, when every twist feels neatly scripted, when the edit itself feels too clean, you can't help but wonder how much of this is organic. One fan wrote, "It's not that Alan didn't deserve it, it's that it felt too convenient." Another added, "If producers wanted a headline-grabbing winner, this was the perfect outcome." And that's the key. Because for the BBC, Alan's win was a goldmine. He's a household name, a proven crowd pleaser, and one of the few celebrities who can carry the chaos with charm. For viewers, it's entertainment. For producers, it's guaranteed ratings. And for Alan Carr, it's redemption. Remember, Alan's had a rough few years professionally. His talk show ended, his marriage broke down, and he's been searching for that big comeback moment. Winning The Traitors gives him that. A fresh public image, a viral TV moment, and a wave of sympathy that turns him from comic to national icon overnight. Convenient? Maybe. Coincidental? Possibly. But innocent? That depends on how much you believe in reality TV anymore. Of course, not everyone's angry. Some viewers are calling it genius. They say Alan outplayed everyone, that his humor disarmed the faithful, that he used charm as a weapon, that being underestimated was his biggest advantage. And in fairness, they're right. Alan's personality is his power. He's not intimidating. He's not cold. He's warm, witty, and seemingly incapable of deceit. That's exactly what made him dangerous. So maybe the real fix isn't in the editing room. Maybe it's in the psychology of how we see people. Because if we've learned anything from The Traitors, it's that the most trustworthy face in the room might just be the best liar of all. Still, fans can't shake the feeling that the ending was producer perfect. Right down to the last moment, when Alan confessed, Claudia gasped, and dramatic music swelled. It all played out like a scripted finale. Even the tears seemed rehearsed, the reaction shots too perfect, the pacing immaculate. This wasn't just a reality show finale, it was a performance, and that's what makes it so addictive and so questionable. Now, let's be fair. The Celebrity Traitors is one of the most entertaining reality formats on television today. The setting, the suspense, Claudia's gothic humor, it's pure gold. And this season has been the most talked about yet. But the BBC may need to decide what kind of show it really wants this to be. A psychological game of strategy and deceit? Or a pre-planned spectacle designed for memes and headlines? Because if the audience starts believing every twist is a setup, the magic fades. It's no longer a game. It's theater. Still, there's no denying. Alan Carr made it unforgettable. Whether you think he outplayed the faithful or outacted the audience, he delivered the moment of the series. And maybe that's exactly what The Traitors was always meant to be. Not a test of trust, not a game of truth, but a reflection of how easily we believe what entertains us. So, was The Traitors fixed? We may never know, but one thing's certain, Alan Carr has played his greatest role yet. The smiling villain who fooled everyone and walked away with both the money and the nation's attention. And that, my friends, might just be the biggest twist of all. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we're just getting started. From celebrity feuds to behind-the-scenes scandals, we'll keep exposing the stories that keep the world talking. Until next time, trust no one, especially on The Traitors.